What's up, everybody? I'm here to cover the first of the three forces of nature. Super cool changes for all three of them. All three now share the air late ability, which goes incredibly with the move Hyper Beam and Hyper Voice, Hyper Beam, and a ton of extreme speed and a bunch of other good stuff. But Hyper Beam and Giga Impact are by far your strongest options. Those moves now function like Draco Meteor used to, or it still does, where it drops your offensive stat by 2. So those are actually 160 base power. They're even stronger than the other ones because they're normal type, and I just think it's cool to make Hyper Beam, Giga Impact like crazy good moves. So yeah, those drop your special attack and attack by 2, and coming off of 115, 125 offenses on the Incarnate form, or 95, 115 offenses on the Therian form is super great, and those become 192 base power there late. And then you have stuff like Hyper Voice and Extreme Speed and Whiplash, which always drops the opponent's defense, and Retaliate and all these other nice options. Very good ability, air late, super cool on all three of them. As for their other abilities, also keep in mind, by the way, now that I'm talking about some move buffs and changes, I have buffed and changed 600 moves in this hack, so if you're just clicking on this video, definitely make sure you check out all those in the description below, or if you have just yet to look at them, because those greatly impact the way the Pokemon functions in battle. But yeah, Incarnate form has really cool new tools, so I changed Defiant to competitive on Incarnate form because Incarnate form only has, well, number one, I just think it's cool that he has competitive while Thundurus has Defiant, and 2, Incarnate form only has singular stab, so Thundurus, you could argue, is better offensively, although they do have different coverage and stuff. For example, Incarnate form has stuff like Aqua Tail, while Thundurus does not, and then Thundurus has electric moves and stab, well, Tornadus does not. But in general, Purifying type with good coverage, very good coverage. Oh, Heat Wave as well, that's another thing that Thundurus doesn't get, but yeah, good coverage, very good coverage, all kinds of new moves, new setup, all that stuff. Keep in mind setup PP, and in general the climate. Setup PP is nerfed, and in general the climate is much more hostile in this hack towards setup moves. It won't be as easy to get set up, but in general, I made their bulk equal, at least on the Incarnate form, and then Therian form has 79, 95, 95 bulk with Regenerator and Parting Shots, which is beautiful. The Incarnate forms for all three genies are the faster of the two. I just think that fits the most design-wise, and it makes them less boring, I guess. I don't know. I think that them being faster just makes a lot more sense. However, Therian form still retains that amazing 121 base speed tier. You can check out a very detailed speed tier in the Google Sheet down below, as well as all those move buffs and changes and all that useful stuff. So those are all laid out, so you can easily see where the Pokemon stack up against each other. But yeah, Incarnate form is still a mixed attacker, 115, 125 offenses, very good. It's not paper thin. You know, it also resists stuff like common priorities such as First Impression, so it can, you know, resist that, which is nice. And in general, yeah, that air late extreme speed is great. You have powerful stabs, dive bomb, hurricane, air slash. All these moves are buffed to change, so you can check aeroblast, all that stuff. Like I said, great coverage as well. You can easily switch forms between the two, so you have Therian form for more utility because it is weaker overall and slower, but you have 20 more defenses and, of course, access to Regenerator, which is great, while Incarnate form has air late and competitive. Competitive is very situational because this is based around in-game viability, not competitive use, so stuff like Defog is not a factor in-game. So Incarnate is only using competitive when you know that there's an Intimidate Pokemon on the opposing side, or that they're going to use a move that will always drop your stats. You're immune to Sticky Web, so that won't be a factor either. So it's really just if you know that they're going to use a move which drops your stats, which a lot of new moves now have that effect. For example, in this case, he gets Ominous Wind, which always does that, but there's tons of new moves that do that you can see in the description below as well. In general, though, great attacker, great offensive stats, great coverage, great air late boosted moves, great competitive sets. Yeah, Regenerator is perfect. Parting Shot Regenerator is beautiful. I have been giving... Oh, Roost is another big option. All Pokemon in this ROM hack have access to Reliable Recovery, unless they would literally never use it, like Weavile or something. But even for Pokemon that would probably not use it, I still gave it if it fits, or it fits loosely. So yeah, most Pokemon have access to a Reliable Healing move because you can't heal or use healing items in battle. So that's really nice for, especially Therian form, to have Roost. You know, that extra bulk can help you take a hit on the switch, or just take a hit in general and retaliate back, because you're not that much weaker. You only have 10 less special attacks. So yeah, great coverage. Like I said, you can check out all these new moves down in the description below. I'm gonna wrap the video up there. I think I can say that Battle Cry goes great with Regenerator as well, because you can switch Therian form in, and then Battle Cry, drop the opponent's attacking stats by 2, and then Parting Shot and drop it by another 1, and then you get that Regenerator recovery. So it's a great utility Pokemon for in-game to deal with all of the offensive crap in the hack. And then, of course, great coverage, like I said, great offensive Pokemon as well. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. Rage, also, that's another good air late option, although they aren't the bulkiest, so it's not that good, but Rage is 80 base power, and of course that will give you an attack boost each time you click it, as long as they hit you. Better on bulkier Pokemon, though, not that great on Tornadus. Hopefully I haven't been messing up their names, by the way, in these videos. Hopefully I have not been mixing those up. Flail is really strong with Aerolite. Flail can become 200 base power. Of course, you can use Endure plus Select Berry or Endure plus Lychee Berry in Incarnate Form's case, and then you can just go to absolute town with your Flail plus Reversal, Flying, Fighting coverage, and just, yeah, like I said, go ham. Super fun set right there. You are vulnerable to priority though, which is pretty common in this act, so you gotta keep that in mind. Maybe run it into Psychic. Actually, no, it is not immune to Psychic terrain. Or sorry, it is immune to Psychic terrain, so it will still be hit by priority on the terrain. But yeah, hopefully you found this video entertaining. Make sure you leave a like and leave a comment down below as well if you listened this far into the video. Yeah, I'll be back for the other genies coming right up. Peace, everybody.